Good morning and welcome to Sitka, Alaska. We just got up pretty recently here and it's an early morning at Sitka. We have an excursion planned and we're going to be hiking the historic trail. And we are just now at the Solarium Bistro getting some breakfast. So it's pretty much the same breakfast, it's the buffet. It's more limited than what's at the actual Windjammer, but it works fine for us. It's just 2 floors right above us, and it's kind of easier to get in and out, and it doesn't have the same hustle and bustle as the Windjammer does. So we're gonna enjoy some breakfast, and then we will take you along as we go through Sitka.
Okay? Super.
So we're in the Royal Theatre meeting for the excursions. We booked ours yesterday afternoon, so we don't actually have the printed tickets, so we're gonna go check in and see if we can get those tickets.
Located on the west side of Baranof Island, Sitka is the 5th most populated city in the state of Alaska. Russian explorers settled in the area in 1799, establishing Fort of Archangel Michael. There were years of battles between the Tlingit natives and the settlers, culminating in the Battle of Sitka in 1804. In 1808, it was designated the capital of Russian America.
All right, so we are off the ship and headed to the terminal to get on the shuttle for our excursion. And this is the Holland America Westerdam next to us. It's a pretty giant ship.
Yeah. Bigger than ours. In U.S. history, Sitka is known as the site of the transfer ceremony for the Alaska Purchase. Highlights of Sitka include the Sitka National Historical Park and Museum, St. Michael's Cathedral, Baranof Castle Hill, Fortress of the Bear, and the Alaska Raptor Center.
We're exercising. We are. There's some activity going on. We are on the bus, getting ready for our excursion. Bus number 420. Excited to do some hiking. Said us never. I'm hoping we see some wildlife. That would be nice, like maybe a bald eagle, or even a haired eagle. Some kind of eagle would be nice. Maybe a banana slug. I haven't seen a banana slug since Santa Cruz days.
Alrighty guys, as we're getting ready to roll out of here, if you would do me a quick favor, if your name is Mike or Michael, would you just raise your hand for me? Thank you, that concludes our mic check. Well, welcome to Sitka. So we are the 5th largest city up here in Alaska by population. So we have around 8,500 year-round residents here on the island. Although at the moment our population is a bit closer to 9,000 since we do have all of our seasonal workers coming up here for our tourism season. So like me, I am a seasonal worker here at Sitka. So I'm from Fairbanks, Alaska, so just a bit further north. I like to come down to Sitka for the summers just to escape all the mosquitoes that are up in Fairbanks. Since we're right on the ocean here in Sitka, there's a lot of running water, so we don't see too much of our state birds here, so that's pretty nice. So you're gonna look at your hand. We'll start with our thumb. Our first salmon is called chum salmon. It rhymes with your thumb, nice and easy. Chum and thumb. Chum is the cheapest of the salmon, so it's put in dog food, cat food. We even serve it to passengers on cruise ships. I'm kidding, we just do that with Carnival. Next is your pointer finger, and I don't know about you guys, but this is the finger I use to sock people in the eyes. That's your sockeye salmon. Next is your middle finger, and this is your biggest finger for our biggest salmon, which is our king salmon. And if someone gets on your bad side, you can give them the king salmon salute. Next is your ring finger, and traditionally that's where you put your wedding ring, which is usually a very nice silver, so you have your silver salmon. And lastly is your pinky finger. This one's real easy. This is for your pink salmon. The pink is also the smallest type of salmon, which goes hand in hand with your smallest finger. So chum, sockeye, king, silver, and pink. Now, if any of you are wanting to perhaps walk around and enjoy the park, I would recommend that you take our Totem Trail loop. It starts right here on our right past these first 3 totem poles, the 2 short ones and the 1 tall one. The Totem Trail loop is about 1 mile in length. It'll take you past most of our totems that are on display, as well as the seafront here to our right. It's going to end right on the water side of that visitor center.
All right, so we are on the Totem Trail in the at the Sitka Historical Park. It is super green. It's crazy how many levels of variations of green there are, but it is very beautiful out here. Really, really tall trees, incredible lichen on the stumps of the trees or the trunks. It's pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure this was the spot that the hobbits were hiding in when they were running away from the Nazgul. So there are a couple different trails that you can take through the park. It's apparently a really large park. So there's an option to go on the longer Russian trail behind me. And that's what you take this bridge over. So it's a really beautiful bridge over a little river / creek thing. Otherwise, we're taking the Totem Trail. So we're actually gonna go back the way we came and go down. It's a little bit of a, we don't know how much time we want to spend inside the park. So we're gonna just do that and then maybe go to the visitor center after that. Doing the Russian trail adds another, I think, 30 to 45 minutes to the hike. The Totem Trail already is going to take about 30 to 45 minutes. So if you're looking to do that whole thing, it'll take you probably about an hour and a half, depending on, you know, your mobility. But we're going to take the Totem Trail. So one thing I learned on our research into going into Alaska was I didn't realize that like Sitka is a rainforest. You know, growing up, I was used to hearing about rainforests that were like in a jungle or like in a tropical place. So this is the first time I've realized that there's other rainforests that are not necessarily in warmer climates. And even the shuttle the tour person was talking about how they were really happy for today's weather because it's not raining, because I guess it rains for the majority of the year here. Definitely very glad that it's a nice day today. I think we were the first shuttle here, so the park itself is kind of empty. So it's been kind of nice. So we had a little bit of excitement while we were on the beach trail, just, you know, following the shoreline here. While we had stopped, we suddenly heard a loud crash through the trees, and there were these 3 bald eagles that were locked together fighting, like circling around in the air, and then they finally split up before they hit the ground and then flew off in other directions. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it on camera. It was they were going so fast, it happened so fast that I couldn't react fast enough to get it. So unfortunately we didn't get that footage, but it was really cool to see.
This is what I'm working on now, and I'm laying these pieces out to make, like here, teeth for this guy.
Well, that's cool.
It's a warrior helmet. Like I have here. That was a show I did some years ago. But these are from a red turban snail. It's a sea snail, and it's the trap door that blocks the opening of their shell. And that's what I'll be using for teeth.
It shall pour. That's about.
The cultural center in the history museum was really cool. Got to learn a little bit of history of Sitka. There was a lot of conflict between the natives and the Russians. The Tlingit, there was a lot of conflict. There were cannons and all sorts of like rebellion and retribution. I didn't realize that while this was a Russian place, it was named New Archangelsk in Russian, Novo Archangelsk, and then it's been renamed back to Sitka, or as I guess the natives would pronounce it, Sitka. Small, really small town. There's just like a church right in the middle of downtown and just shops kind of all around it. Maybe like 2 blocks of activity. And then right across is the shuttle center to take you back to the cruise terminal. Yep, had a really great time in the forest. That rainforest was amazing. Got to see a bald eagle, so that was nice. So we just did a little bit of shopping. Everywhere we kind of wanted to eat had long lines, so I think we're just gonna check to see if there's some food places near the terminal, and then head back on the ship. All right, so we are at Halibut Point Crab and Chowder. It's right here, actually, at the cruise terminal for Sitka. We're going to check out to see how good the food is. I like that it's right next to the ships, so we can get a quick bite to eat and then get right back on the ship. We are back on the ship. We took a little bit of a nap. It is glorious being able to take naps. Just wanted to follow up on what happened after, or our review of the Halibut Point Crab and Chowder. It was super good, y'all. It was really, really, really good. The crab dip was the highlight. It was nice and creamy and very cheesy with some scallions in it, so that was really, really good. Crostinis were perfectly seasoned, nice and crunchy. And then we also had the Fisherman's Sampler, which came with lingcod and halibut, and then French fries, and a cup of clam chowder. The clam chowder was really good flavor in it. Not as smoky as the one we had yesterday, but just really good clam flavor. Lots of clams in there, lots of potatoes. It was waterier than the other one. The other one yesterday was thicker, but the flavor was just as good. So definitely recommend the Halibut Point Crab and Chowder place. It's right there when you get off the ship. So it's at the little cruise terminal. And by the way, the cruise terminal is awesome. It looks really nice that they're building it up and getting other restaurants and stores in there. Highly recommend going to the National Forest and taking that hike there. We got to see some bald eagles. Right now we're gonna go to dinner. We are at the MDR tonight. It's Italian night. So I'm not gonna take the camera with me. I'll just be taking some pictures and things like that. And then I'll go over it once we're back.
On the edge of the ocean where the eagles roam, to the whisper of the pines in the twilight gloam, in the heart of Sitka where memories weave, there's a tale in the winds of those who believe.
Make some noise for Travis Cloer. Oh, what a night, late December back in '63. Cherry baby, come to me on a summer breeze, keep me warm in your love.
Alrighty, so I just want to give a rundown for our evening. We had dinner at the MDR, the Appies. Beef carpaccio was good. I first had it on the Carnival Radiance, and I really loved it there. So I would maybe not pay for it, but I would definitely try it again if it was on another menu. So I tried it again tonight. This one was not as good. It wasn't as seasoned. It was a little milder, but it was still really good. I would still probably order it again. The arancini was delicious. It is nice and creamy inside and cheesy with the rice balls, and that sauce was really good. Wilted spinach and romesco sauce and the arancini all together, that was great. As far as the mains go, the mushroom risotto, I'm not a big fan of truffle oil, so that was a little bit of a letdown to me. The mushroom risotto was nice. It was kind of velvety, smooth, buttery, but yeah, I just was not a fan of truffle oil. I'm just not a fan of truffle oil in general. The New York strip, it was a basic New York strip. It was a perfect temperature. It was nice and tender. It also came with a little baked potato and broccoli and carrots. I'm definitely enjoying the food at the MDR more on Quantum than I have on the Carnival ships. There's individual things on the Carnival ship that I enjoy more, but tonight, with the being Italian night, they did a little thing where they played Italian music and the waiters did a little parade and waving their towels in the air. That was nice. It was quaint. Definitely nothing like the showtime that happens on the Carnival ships. Showtime. For those of you who know, you know. After that, we went to go see a show. Travis Cloer, who is the longest running actor to play Frankie Valli on Jersey Boys, the musical. That dude had an amazing vocal range and very, very crystal clear without getting tinny. Just a wonderful show. He was really getting the audience involved too. And he performs in Vegas. So yeah, so he's in Vegas, performs in Vegas, lives in Vegas. He is going to be doing a show in August at the Aliante. We'll probably try to make some time to go see him. And that pretty much wraps up the evening. It's going to be a early morning tomorrow. We are going through the Endicott Arm up to the Dawes Glacier, and we're expected to start pulling into that area at around 4:30 in the morning. It's now just a little after 10 o'clock, 10:30. It's going to be an early morning. And we're going to be doing that in the morning, and then we're going to have a break as we start cruising towards Juneau, and we'll get to Juneau at about 1 o'clock. So that pretty much wraps it up for our day in Sitka today. If you like this video, please hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you do like this video, please share it with your friends and family. And as always, no matter where you find yourself on this journey, please take a moment, however brief, to take a closer look at life. Good night.